Good morning. It's Wednesday, 19 August, and we're looking at struggles on the way during our daily devotions this week. One of the struggles that probably everybody faces at some time in their lives is the struggle with loneliness. And you may have experienced that over at different stages in your life, or maybe very especially over the past 11 weeks. And that loneliness may be circumstantial. My heart just goes out so much to the person who's lying in hospital, not allowed family or friends, the medical staff around them all covered up in plastic. It must be one of the loneliest experiences one could ever face. And if they're facing the prospect of this virus getting the better of them and them dying, the anxiety that must go along with that, but the loneliness can be overwhelming. And although things have changed for us, we've moved to lockdown level 2 right now, and we're able to now reach out to others, we're still going to need to make the effort to do that. Some of you are living in facilities, estates, where others are not allowed in. I've tried on a number of occasions to get into different communities and have been barred at the gates. But it's worth reminding yourself that even if your circumstances mean that you are alone, you are not alone from God. The Lord has not left you. He has not abandoned you. And it may feel at times that you're isolated or even distant from him. We looked at that a little bit yesterday. But the truth is that you are not alone. The problem, however, is that sometimes we just need somebody with skin on. That we know that God is there, that we're even able to talk with him and sense his presence, but we need someone with skin on. And that can sometimes be hard, particularly if you're in a situation where others are not allowed to come in and join you. Yet even in the best of times, you may find yourself being lonely, even when surrounded by people. I know people, those who will talk about being in churches and yet still feeling lonely. The South African cricket is going through a traumatic time at the moment with regard to the issue of race relations over the years. Some of you will be aware of that. And one of the saddest testimonies that I've heard has come from Makaya Ntini, that great South African bowler, fast bowler, who spoke of being so lonely. He was in a team hotel, he was riding in buses, but sometimes sitting on his own at the back, sometimes choosing to run from the hotel to the ground because he was just so lonely, surrounded by people, adulated by thousands, but lonely. And sometimes we just need someone to be there for us, someone with skin on, longing for a friend. And the best way to have a friend is to be a friend. The best way to get a friend is to reach out to someone else in friendship. Choose to be a friend to somebody else. And if you find yourself lonely, here's the challenge for you this morning. Choose to reach out to someone by calling them. Choose to speak to them. Choose to listen to them. Show an interest in their lives. Ask questions about them. Not to be nosy, but because you really want to reach out to them and have a friendship with them. Resist the urge to talk about yourself all the time. If you're lonely, you're probably going to want to let everything come out, but choose to put them first. The wisdom of James says that my friends, you should be quick to listen and slow to speak. And so if you're finding yourself lonely, I want to urge you to take courage to choose to step out and to reach out to somebody else. Make that call. No Christian is ever really alone. We've never lost God's friendship. Jesus himself said, "You are my friends." But when lacking friendship with someone with skin on, keep in mind that when we give ourselves to somebody else, often they will reciprocate and give of themselves to us. So why don't you reach out? Invite somebody to go for a walk with you on the cliff path. Invite them over for tea. But be prepared to open yourself up, to make yourself vulnerable. Not to just say, yeah, everything's fine. To actually let them have a bit of an insight into your life as well. But be prepared to listen. But it has to start with you reaching out. So as you take time out this morning, ask the Lord to show you who needs a friend and reach out to them.